Hey, Ashley here. I wanted to show you how to integrate Help Scout with Shopify. Help Scout is it's a tool that allows you to have a live message box on your website. And you can set this as a chatbot. You can connect it to a knowledge base to mine resource articles to recommend to certain people when they're asking certain questions. You can do all of that. So it's a combination of a knowledge base and a chatbot basically. And it has really, really great analytics, really comprehensive analytics. And that's why I'm recommending it today. Shopify also has really, really great analytics. And that's why I'm recommending them. And that's why I'm an affiliate marketer, full disclosure, for both of these products. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to connect them. Another disclosure, it's the integration between Shopify and Help Scout is limited. You can't really integrate the knowledge base with the Shopify store. And what I mean by that is that for example, if someone wanted to uh, see the path someone takes from opening a help article in a knowledge base and then open that up and read it, and then they buy something on your Shopify store that was linked to in that Help Scout knowledge base article. There isn't really a way in the analytics to do that unless you've set up other kinds of analytics to do that. But it's not like a full integration. The integration is specifically basically lets you have a floating chatbot on the Help Scout page. But again, I mean, as long as you have JavaScript code to put on your website, you can really do any kind of thing like this without an integration. So if you don't see an official integration for something, don't necessarily think that it means you can't have it on your site. So first, what we're going to do is go to your Shopify store dashboard, and you'll just go to apps, and then see it's already suggested it because I've already done this. You'll go through Help Scout, and so it's opening that in another menu, so I will just put that in here, open it in here. And so it's already set this up basically because I've already installed the app, and I've uninstalled it, but I didn't take all the measures because it's just too difficult. So anyway, you'll see something here that says, here we go, install from Shopify. So and that's what it looks like in the store. And then so you just have to open the app. And I don't know why it asks you to do it this way, because it just asks you to open the app. So I'm just showing you what it looks like. So yeah, it's already technically installed it because I just did it. So it's very simple to do. It pretty much takes a lot of steps for you. And then you just type in your information, the URL for your store, and then you choose the mailbox. I've already set this up in Help Scout because you can run emails through Help Scout. And you go save, and then it's done. And so this next part is to set up the knowledge base. And again, if you're unclear what a knowledge base is, it's basically a hub where, like a library full of articles that you can use to explain how to do certain tasks. So it's kind of like a manual, but it's highly searchable. It usually has great analytics. You can connect it to different apps. I'm a big fan of knowledge bases. I like Help Scout a lot because their analytics are really great, and it has a lot of integrations, and it's really, really easy to use. So anyway, you click article. To set up the knowledge base, you just basically create an article, and it does the rest for you. So I'll just make something up just for the test. And the slug here is, the part of the URL that goes after your domain. So my domain, for example, is ashleyashby.com. If I were to connect my domain to this Help Scout program, it would be ashleyashby.com /test-test. That's how it would look. And then I just go create article. And then it just it just looks like any other CMS article, like in WordPress or Webflow or Judah or any of those other ones. And then you just make an article, blah, blah, blah. And then you just go, once you press publish, it's published. I mean, technically this is live, so I guess, someone found it, they could be confused, but because, I haven't really properly set this up to be indexed or anything, and I'm going to close it as soon as I'm done this tutorial, I'm not concerned about that. So you just go publish, and it's published. So you just go view, and it's opened up in a new window, so I'll just show you. I'm just copying and pasting it. There you go. And so the default page that will open is the page that you just created. So if you want to link to the knowledge base itself and not just this particular page, you can either just copy the domain, or you can just click this and it will bring you back to the home page of your domain. And it's good to do this anyway, just so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, yep, and that's all you need. Now we're going to put the knowledge base on the Shopify store. And full disclosure, this is not like a full integration, so you're not fully integrating the knowledge base into the Shopify store. But I'll show you why it looks like knowledge bases are integrated into stores, and I don't think they ever are. It's certainly not worth it anyone's time, I don't think, to fully integrate them. Yeah, I could be wrong. But anyway, so you want to go to online store in your left-hand side under sales channel, and you want to go into the menu item that says navigation, and you want to add a menu item. Oh wait, no, so sorry, getting out of myself here. You want it to probably be in both, but you at least want it to be in your main menu. So you go main menu. And these are the items that are in the main menu of this, so the top bar of my Shopify store. And you go main menu. And then, so you can call this whatever you like. You should call it something that your users will understand. You might have to do some trial and error here. It's hard to say. I mean, it is a knowledge base, but do your store people really know what a knowledge base is? Not so much. So let's just call it Help Center. Now, I'm Canadian, so I spell center R-E, but because Americans are probably going to be the main viewers of this, I'll do it this way. And so you want to post a URL here. And then you go add. And so now it's in the store. And so we want to save this menu. And we want to open up our store, see what it looks like. And if you want to look at your store on the Shopify, an easy way to do this is to hover over the online store thing, and you'll see like an eyeball icon. Click that and it will open your store. Again, it's going to open this in a new window because that's just how it is. So I will copy and paste it back into this one. Here we go. Now here it is, Help Center, Help Center. Now I didn't actually remove the other one, I don't think. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Now you can't see this again because my URL section is not in this video. But when you go over this, it of course opens up the URL that it has been assigned to it based on the slug I gave it. And I misspoke earlier. I said the slug would be after the domain. The way it works is they do it before the domain. If you want to set it up that way. So again, sorry for any confusion. So now you want to install the live chat on your website, and that's called Help Scout calls it a beacon. And also this will allow your knowledge base that we created to talk to or to send messages, like recommended articles, in your chatbot. So you want to go to Manage and Beacons. Now, I already created a beacon, just for, well, to be honest, I created it and then I needed to redo the video again. So I'll just show you again. Anyway, a new beacon. We'll call this test 2. And this is the floating icon. You know when you are on a website and it has a help section, and you can get to that help section or the chat bot by clicking on a floating button. That's what this is. And you can choose which icon you would, or you can make your own icon to open the chat bot. It's the default option is this little message blurb here. I would probably recommend that as well too, because I mean, it's hard to say. The more self-serve things, the more things should, the more self-serve your website is, the more easier it is to manage. Um, so, I mean, you could make this your beacon, your knowledge base, but primarily, or hint to your knowledge base primarily, but I would choose this as the default option. And then you go next, and here it shows you what it will look like. This is the form that people will enter to ask their question. And this gives people to use live chat by default if someone is available online. It's hard to say whether or not you should have this. I think people always prefer to have someone live if possible, um, but people also really like self-serve. So you might want to test this actually, and um, see if there's any change if you don't have this availability on at all. And if you just strictly make it self-serve, people, can use the chatbot instead of live chat. It's up to you. Um, this is the mailbox I've already created. It gives you options because you can have several mail boxes available on your website for different websites, different products. Yeah, it's a pretty handy tool that way. You can use it for all sorts of things. So once we've set up, we go next. And you do want this option, of course. So it actually doesn't give you the option. Well, you can turn docs off, but why would you want to? Um, but yeah, you can set your docs up once you've chosen your knowledge base that you want to associate um, with the chat. You can make it self-service. You can make it so that people can see content and contact options side by side. Or you can make it so that people have to ask first before you start volunteering information. Sometimes that's best. Some people don't like to be bombarded. It can hurt the user experience if a chatbot opens up right as soon as someone opens a window or whatever queue you've set up for opening the chatbot. It really depends on the use case. I would make this self-service because oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. This is the option that you want because um, you want people to view the help contents first because that's how people interact with the information, and it also creates less work for you down the line. So I would definitely stick with the default option. Again, it varies by use case, but most people I would say would be best served by doing it that way. And then you go next. And so it's going to give you this HTML code to install. Do not be daunted. You are not going to write any code. You are not going to have to read any code. You are literally just copying and pasting this onto your Shopify website. And now I'm going to show you how to paste the code onto your website. Now, this channel is called Themes. This is the one that you want to open. It probably won't open default. If it doesn't, like you haven't done anything in it before and it doesn't open, just search it here, and it will come up. And then you just click it open. And so it will open up here. And you want to click this green button that says Customize. And so this is the way you can customize your website. So you want to go edit code. You go to this little three dots here at the top of the screen. You go edit code. And it's opening this up in a different window. So I'm just going to copy and paste it so I can show you. Okay. Now, because I've already opened this, it's just showing me the default. But basically, it will look like this, and you need to open up the theme.liquid file, which is under layout. So depending on what you've done in here before, this might not show up, but you can search for it if you can't see it automatically. And it's called theme.liquid, and it will look like this. And again, do not be alarmed. You don't have to write any code or do anything fancy. You're literally just copying and pasting something. But it's vitally important that you copy and paste this in the right place. So you want to look for something called, now, forgive me, but I can't remember. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do a Command F. I don't know how else to open this. So you just use your Command F key, or I don't know what it is for Microsoft. I'm not sure. But it will search through here. And you want to look for a tag called this arrow, and then body, and then this. Now you want to make sure this backslash is in front of the body, because this is the end tag. So when you have I'm not going to do a tutorial on JavaScript, but everything has an opening and a closing tag, and the opening tag always looks like without the backslash, and the closing tag always has a backslash. So you want this to be before the last body tag. So make sure that you put that in there, and then you can just do enter, and there it is. You want to see how it looks on your store. Preview is showing up, and of course in a different windows. So I'm just gonna put that back in this one here, and there we go. That's the beacon that we just created. And what happens when we click on it? Yay! There we go. So that's how you create a chatbot and a knowledge base for your your Shopify store in Shopify. In HelpScout, I mean, with HelpScout.